Wow. Oh, wow. All right. At its core, that initially, I'll just give you the spoiler alert. That is breaking with tradition. What is keeping you bound? That is your faith, what you have faith in. Now, let's see. This speaks to me of a disconnect between what you're feeling and the options that you're seeing coming in around that. The King of Cups, it's your energy, right? This is about knowing how you feel, but the King of Cups doesn't always say how he feels. He's not ruled by his emotions. He understands them. He knows what his emotional truth is. That's why the cup sits there. But he ponders. Is it the right time to say it? Still waters run very deep with the King of Cups. What that means is what you see is not always what you get. So there's an energy of feeling stuck. Feelings are key here with all this cups energy coming up. And look at the Four of Cups coming up with this. Couple of the signs got this as well. So have a look. So the three cups there, if he was at all even remotely interested, he would grab one of those cups, and he's not. And he is not. He wants that cup, the Ace of Cups, the glowing, beautiful one. Now, why does he not look for it? Is it because he's given up on that? Is he thinking, I only have these options? This is all that's available to me based on what I'm willing to express of my emotions. But there's a disconnect here between what you're feeling and what you're getting in return for what you're feeling. That is interesting to see those two there together. Now, the other thing with it's that trying to make a square peg fit in a round hole, right? It gets frustrating and it gets boring, and it's like more and more of the same. And I want to ask you this, and it's rhetorical. Consider it. That's part of the message. A lot of my messages come through as questions. Question is this. The options that you're considering, whether that's jobs, whether that's family stuff, whether that's romantic relationships, any kind of relationships, whatever it is that you're considering, the Three of Cups, the three cups there in front of him, that's what I mean. Does it honor your depth of emotion? Does it honor that? Is it in line with how much you can feel? Do you see the emotional potential in these connections or whatever it is that you're considering the options? It's important to ask that why, because we have the Queen of Pentacles coming up at the heart of this reading. Now, the thing I love about the Queen of Pentacles is she's all right. She's reliable. She's dependable. She's hardworking. She brings it and she makes it work. But why? Why does she make it work? How does she have all this abundance? You see all these fruits around her. And abundance can be all sorts of things, emotional, financial, spiritual, whatever you consider abundance. She makes it work, or she applies herself. She nurtures and takes care and, builds this stuff up because she sees value in it. And sorry to say this, Pisces, but whatever it is that you're considering right now, you have the emotions, but the situation itself, what you're looking at, it doesn't seem to hold value for you because you'd grab one of those cups. So what does hold value for you? What does hold value for you? I love that the King of Cups comes up there. Let's not turn it into a negative. It's beautiful. It's amazing because you're very aware of your emotional needs, who you are, and of the love that you have to give to whatever situation. It doesn't just have to be romantic. Love does not equal romance. Romance is a part of it. It can be an expression of love, but it's not just that. It's everything. But then if that's the case, why are you looking at stuff that doesn't serve you? Where is the value? And you kind of know that. A lot of you are doing that. Now, you have the Magician coming up as the past energy. And the Magician is what's the true beginning of the major arcana. It's number one. It's where we look at what we know, look at the tools that we have, and it's where we think, okay, how can I use what I know and what I have at my disposal to get what I want? That's what he does. And it's the alchemist here, the Magician. He's the master manipulator. What does that mean? I don't mean manipulating people. It's energy, manipulating energy, directing that emotion, that energy to where it needs to be to get what you want. It's Mercury's energy. Have a look at him. He has the knowledge. That's that infinity symbol above his head. Look, he's reading a book. And he has all the aces. Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. He can have any new beginning he wants. But does he have the confidence to use what he knows and what he has to get what he wants? That's you. And that's something you may have been considering a new beginning. But it kind of feels like, I want to say this to you guys. I'm getting this sense. It's almost like you've got a degree, right? You've gone to university. You've studied for all this stuff. You have the knowledge now, right? You come out with that spanking brand new degree, but you don't know where to apply it. So which job do I get now? What do I do? But you're looking at things that, they don't kind of blend well with that, because you don't see the value, because that's whatever card is at the heart of this. That is what it's urging you to do. It's urging you to focus on that. That is at the heart of everything. And she will make it work if she sees the value. But if it's not working, it's because you, on some level, don't see the value of it, Pisces. You might have deep emotions for it, but Pentacles that's practical security and stability. Things we can see, feel, and touch. So where's the practical value in what you're doing? So we look at this. This is asking confidence. And you might have had a time where you were like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start this new beginning. But you're kind of stuck here. And the Eight of Swords tells you why. You're stuck because of your fears and doubts. The Eight of Swords is the I can't card. I can't because I'm too fat, I'm too skinny, I'm too young, I'm too old. The economy sucks. There's no jobs out there. People don't understand how I feel, or blah, blah, whatever. The mind can come up with a billion, can't list all of them, but there's a billion different things that your mind can tell you to keep you stuck in a situation. But ultimately, that's the voice of fear. That's the voice of fear speaking out and saying, look, I'm trying to keep you safe. Let's not do this. Let's not get hurt, because she doesn't want to get hurt. But she's not actually tied to anything. The solution to the Eight of Swords, there's two solutions. Number one, to speak whatever's going on here, because he doesn't speak. He feels it, but he doesn't speak it. And she's not speaking it. She's just kind of stood there saying, oh no, if I try to move, I'm going to get cut by one of the swords. But she's not tied to anything. So the other solution is small changes. Try to do something small. It doesn't have to be big. And I feel like that's a repeat message that's been coming up for a lot of the signs. She could struggle a little bit. She doesn't have to bound around, and she can loosen these ropes tying her, remove the blindfold, right? And then see. She could slip through that gap there. There is something that you can do with the Eight of Swords. This is a mental trap. We all do it. We all do it. Now, if you do that, if you can face your fears and doubts with the Eight of Swords coming up there and say, okay, and it doesn't, a lot of times people think that the fears will just go away. They don't just go away. The swords won't just go away, right? She has to look at them clearly, and then say, right, I can fit through that. It's fine. Feel the fear and do it anyway. That's the whole thing of the Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, all of that energy. If you can do that, if you can face what your fears are, what happens? I feel like this is you, the Tower. And the reason I say that is not just sugarcoat stuff, is that the future, what's coming up here, every future exists in potentiality. We're not bound by any single future that comes up. So for example, those of you that are just like, well, no, Jay, I really can't, which is true. That's your truth, right? If you really say, Jay, I can't do anything, and you don't do anything, then this doesn't apply to you. This is not going to happen. It doesn't just happen. It's like Google Maps. I always give that example. If Google Maps is telling you there's a supermarket ahead, there's a restaurant ahead, there's a tower ahead with a Hierophant ahead, that's only if you keep walking down that road. It doesn't, if you take a different turn or just stay where you are, it doesn't apply. We have to go through the energies, and nothing happens without us. So with the Tower coming up here, this is about bringing something down that has you trapped. The Tower always liberates us. It liberates us. And it liberates us so we can go forward and see the value, create something of value. The Hierophant is traditions. It's the rule book. It's the shoulds, right? You should do this and you should do that. It's with, it's family traditions. Maybe everyone in the family has always everyone's been a doctor, and you want to go be a musician. And so then have a look at that. Let's go back. If everyone in the family's been a doctor, is that what you're trying to do? Is that what you're looking at, options to be a doctor, but it doesn't make you happy? It's not in line with how you feel. Making music makes you happy. Or, your religion tells you that you can't marry someone outside of your religion. or society tells you that kind of an age difference is not, you can't do that. You can't date someone 10 years older than you or whatever. But they don't actually apply. It's we conform to those. We conform to those traditions. It's the rule book. But we decide to follow those rules ourselves. That's faith. This is the card of faith. What do you have faith in? And this is something that you might have had faith in for a long time, but it's been keeping you stuck for a while. Because that, you have the knowledge and you have the tools, but it's almost like, why are you afraid? You're afraid because of this. Because for whatever reason, the belief system has been put there. It might not even be your fault. Like I said, family, society. This could be companies, universities. It can be some institution of some kind. Their rules. And with the Tower coming up, this is like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm freeing myself from that. And look what happens when you free yourself. The advice, Knight of Cups, Prince of Cups. Now you're free to follow your dreams. This is the card for Pisces. And this is where you can pursue your dreams and you pursue what makes you feel good. Openly, say, this is what I love. This is my dream. This is my goal. Knights progress. There's always movement and progression when knights show up. You won't be stuck if you can follow your dream. You feel stuck because what you're dealing with, what you're looking at, then it's not your dream. They're options that do not serve you. Now we have a partnership here. So for those of you, that whenever I see the King, Queen of Cups, it's almost like the implication of the Two of Cups. Someone who matches your emotions, right? They work very well together. Emotional connection, psychic connection, intuitive connection. Doesn't have to be someone else. Doesn't have to be someone else. She loves unconditionally. He's more reserved, remember? He knows how he feels, but he doesn't always share it. Her heart is on her sleeve. She knows the value of that's why her cup is always so elaborate. Usually has a lid on it. She knows what's in it. Are you worthy of it though? Have you been trying to hand your cup to people that aren't worthy? You're not even handing it here because no one is worthy of it. And that's not just people, that's situations as well. It's because you're considering options that don't serve you. They might be distractions. They may be, think about it. If it's not romantic, this could be a family situation. Or friends, right? Or colleagues. And it's like, they don't even support me. So why the hell am I even here? Like, it's boring. I'm stuck. Because you can't, that love that you have, that's why you're not saying it, because it's not right for you. But the Queen of Cups, she lives from her heart. All of her choices are made from her heart. She's loving, she's caring, she's nurturing. Now, both of these queens are loving and nurturing. That's what they do. She doesn't earn all that abundance or create all of that abundance for herself. She does it to take care of the people that she loves. Two came out. All right. I want to also say this to you guys. How you'll know if this is your reading, like, look at your response. I always say this, the message isn't the message. The reaction to the message is the message. And if your reaction to this, especially if it's very strong, is like, but Jay, I have to, but I have no choice. If that's what's happening, that's this. That's this. That's this rule book that's telling you that you're stuck. And you'll find a way, because that Tower's coming in to free you. It may be shocking for other people, and look at that. So you have the Four of Wands here. The Four of Wands is celebrate how far you come. This is the card of the solid foundation, right? And yet the Tower is blowing it apart because that's not a solid foundation. So where do you have a solid foundation? What can you celebrate about yourself? Not by what external situations or people or circumstances or traditions are trying to tell you that you should be doing. What do you have to celebrate? Build on that. That's what you're willing to take action on. What is there to celebrate about yourself? Because you're coming up as the Queen of Pentacles too. This is all grounded emotion. With the Five of Swords coming up here, this is where we might be stuck because we don't want to look like we're selfish. Or it's saying pick your battles wisely. This doesn't even have to be a fight. Pursuing your dreams, you do that for yourself. It doesn't have to turn into a fight with the Five of Swords. It's the action that you take for yourself. The Four of Wands can be a change in the environment around us, the people that we have around us, people that encourage our creativity. But we commit to building something ourselves. They're both cards of commitment. Actually, they can both be seen as marriage cards. So this could be like shocking news that you have for other people. And maybe you've been avoiding that, and that's why you're stuck, because you know this, that people are going to say, look, you're selfish. Well, you might think other people are being selfish. It's general. It can go both ways. But do you want to be right, or do you want to be happy? And so that's what I love about the Knight of Cups. He's positive and he's happy, and it's like that. This feels good. He's called the delusional romantic for a reason. He doesn't get stuck in all that crap. No one can tell him that you can't do that. He doesn't have any. It's all about the fantasy. And I don't mean the illusion. It's the dream of it. You have too many like very stable cards there. King of Cups, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, the Magician. It's that magic. It's like you kind of knew what you wanted here. But did you follow it? Did you follow the dream? Or did you lack a dream? Did you have the confidence and you had the tools, but you didn't know what to do with it? Now that dream comes in. That's what this is about. This is a week for dream building. Dream building. Sitting around, like, daydreaming even. That's how we come up with the best ideas. Even if we don't pursue it, like, oh, I'd love to be, I don't know, I can't even think of something, but something amazing, like a famous chef or whatever it is, or a rock star, or it all starts there. Because then we can say, why? Well, why do I want that? Because I would love music, or I love cooking, attaching to what you love, not what you fear, what you love. That's what this week is urging you to go back to. What do you love? And why? Think about why. Why are these things why is that going on? The Five of Swords says, what are you willing to do to get what you want? Anything. The person in the Five of Swords is willing to do anything. But the key thing there is want. What do you want? What do you see value in? Because right now there's not much. It's just, you're just feeling stuck. You're just feeling stuck. Right, let's get you some oracle cards. Libra got this as well. To be fair. To be fair. This is fairness. This is balance. This is a common ground that we have. It doesn't have to turn into a fight. The Five of Swords. It doesn't have to turn into a fight. Can we understand it from both sides of it? Like the people that believe in the traditions and want to follow that's fine. That's good. It just doesn't resonate with you at a heart level. It's not part of your dream. That's okay as well. This is also about balancing your own scales. I see it like justice. And you can have a look. It looks like justice, right? What would balance your scales? Are you giving too much in one area? Are you giving too much weight to things that you don't see value in them? Because it's asking you to balance it out. If the fears and doubts are there, it's like, oh, okay, so what would the dream be? I'm not saying that you can just, like, I've said to you, oh, there are fears and doubts. You're like, oh, really, Jay? All right, I'm not afraid now. That's not how it's going to work. But when something frightens us, it's like, well, instead of looking at what could go wrong, because that's what we do with the fears and doubts. How would it make me feel if I got what I wanted? What's the beauty in this? How do I want to feel? Dearest you, miracles never run out. Look back over your life and you will see so many moments of synchronicity when all the right people, the right place, the right opportunities and the right time just showed up without any of your help. Think back to how you felt just before a miracle happened. You felt you were giving up, but it was more like a gentle surrender to whatever was about to happen. And that's kind of what it reminds you of here again, right? We want you to know that miracles are being concocted for you and you will never, ever run out of them. You just don't get to choose how they come, who will deliver them, when they will show up, and what they will do for you. All of that is our department. Spirit knows what is best for you and what wants to be expressed through you. You are incredible and amazing and a magnet for miracles. That would be a good mantra for you today. We're on it. Relax. If you only knew how much you were loved, sigh. Now, with the Tower coming out, and I've had the Tower before, my own personal readings, and you kind of brace yourself thinking, oh shit, I don't want this. But a lot of us, we love the Tower. We want that kind of a change, especially if it frees us from this. And it does liberate you. It shows you what you are truly committed to. And with the Five of Swords, what are you willing to do to get what you want? But first you need to know what you want, right? Before you can answer that question.